What we're going to do now is we're going to look at a feature in Illustrator called image trace, and it allows you to make a vector out of a drawing that you may have scanned in, or even a photo or a painting. Really, any kind of art piece that you can place into Illustrator can be traced with image trace. So I'm now going to place an image of a drawing. Here's my drawing, and this is a brush image scanned in on the computer, and I want to turn it into a vector so that I can fill it with shapes, so I can smooth some of these rough areas. So with the image selected, you'll see that I have an option up here at the top of the window called image trace. There are lots of different presets. It's pretty good at picking what you want automatically. If I hit image trace, click OK here, and now the image has become a vector, and you'll see that even that process smoothed it out just a little bit, but it's not enough. I need to work on it some more. So before I can work on it anymore, the next thing I need to do is hit the expand button. And what that does is it reveals all the blue handles, the points on the lines. And I still can't edit them because the entire thing is grouped. So even after expanding, I now have to go up to Object, Ungroup, or Shift Command G, and now it's ungrouped. Alright, now I want to deselect. I'm going to go away from everything, click, and in addition to tracing the black, the image trace also traces the white. So I've actually got this exterior white shape that has been created that I don't want anymore. In fact, it seems to still be grouped. So I'm going to ungroup it again. Sometimes you have to ungroup more than once. And there we go. Now I've got that white shape, and I'm going to delete that. So don't forget to delete the exterior white shape, because if you don't, you'll be a little confused about what happens. So I've deleted it, and now all that I seem to have left are the black shapes, although I think there are white shapes inside the eyeballs, and these interior white shapes are there. I don't really need those interior white shapes, so I'll get rid of those. It just makes editing easier. Okay, now I know that all I have left is black lines, black shapes. Now at this point I can do several things. There is a simplify option that I'm going to use. I'm going to click on the outline of the frog, and if I go up to Object, to Path, Simplify, I'll get some options here. And I'm going to click on the preview so that I can see what's going to be the result of my simplification. It starts out at 50% by default, which is too much simplification for me. So I'm going to increase the percentage of the curve precision. The higher this number is, the closer it will be, the closer the trace will be to what I originally drew. So more blue handles will appear the higher I make this. Also, you'll notice it tells you originally how many points I had. I originally had 298. Even at 92%, I'm down to 112. So it has simplified it quite a bit. I'm just going to say, okay, I want that. Also, I could show the original, and it would show in red the points that have been deleted. Okay, I'll click OK. And there, now I have my simplified shape. Now I still need to do some changes to this, and at this point, for some of these fine-tuning changes, I would rather use the white arrow so that I can select these individual points, and the delete anchor point tool, which is hidden under the pen tool. And I can get rid of points I don't need. I just click on them and they're gone. Again, with the white arrow, I can press on the handle of an anchor point, stretch it out, and refine the curve this way. Usually, if you want a graphic, clean look, the fewer points you can use, the better. The more detail you want, you may want more points. But if you want that clean graphic look, and notice I'm going back and forth with deleting points and getting the arrow, pressing on these blue handles and changing the curve. Usually the fewer points the better. Okay, I can add points too. If I make a mistake, if I get rid of a point I should have kept, like right here, actually that's okay to get rid of. I can increase that curve there. But if I go here and I get rid of something I really shouldn't, like that right there, okay, that's a mistake. I can bring this up, but if I need to, I can get the Add Anchor Point tool, and as long as I click directly on the path, I will add an anchor point. Now sometimes it makes more sense, instead of cleaning something up like this eye, if I want a true ellipse, the better thing to do would be just to delete this and redraw it with Illustrator tools. I can go in here, get an ellipse tool. I'll get a white fill and a black stroke. I'll make an ellipse. I'll give it a thicker stroke. And then I'll have to rotate it because the ellipse tool only draws it vertically or horizontally. There we go. I can move it over. And if it doesn't look organic enough, I can change the style of the line to something more organic. Or I can play with the brushes. I can do all kinds of things there. Okay, and then if I want the pupil of the eye, I can actually just copy this one, Command C, Command V, give this a fill, give my new ellipse a fill of black. I believe that, yes, my window is over here. Color picker window disappeared on me. Here we go. Okay, I can click here, and then I can shrink this like so and move it into place. Okay, so sometimes it just makes more sense to use Illustrator tools to draw something. You don't have to try to clean up a scan. That's just one way to get an image the way you want it. But if it's better to recreate something with an Illustrator tool, do it. That's whatever will give you the best result is what you want.